Hi, I just wanted to talk about the article I wrote called Surrender. When I first came across the concept of surrender, I couldn't actually believe what I was reading because the idea of fully accepting the things that were happening in my life without complaining, without moaning, without blaming someone else, without resisting it, seemed absolutely impossible for me because I loved blaming other people for my problems. The idea of surrender is to accept fully what's happening, to take complete responsibility. And then when you make peace with it, you're in a better place to change it. Sounds great. I personally wasn't in a place to do that, and it took a lot of practice for me to learn to surrender. But it was funny because the minute I read about it, then it was everywhere. Every other spiritual teacher was talking about surrender, 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 surrender. It doesn't mean you give up. It means making peace with the situation and then moving on or changing it or finding a solution, whatever it was. In my article, I talk about missing a flight and how that was my first conscious attempt at surrendering. Having nearly sent myself into physical meltdown, I practiced surrender and it worked. It was amazing. I actually transformed my stress levels. I found a peaceful solution. I didn't like it, but I at least stopped feeling stress and I stopped feeling anxiety and I was able to make a change. It took a long time. It's like everything with spiritual growth. You have to practice it. And learning to surrender and learning to let go was one of the hardest lessons of my life, but also one of the best lessons of my life. So I had to write about it. Have a look at the article. Hopefully something in it will resonate with you and surrender. Learn to surrender. It's amazing. Thanks.